So Ruben, what's your number one story in terms of how a real estate company just did massive lead generation?
Okay, well, this is actually one of my absolute favorite stories. It was a SoCal real estate firm, and they had this issue where a lot of competition. I mean, SoCal, generally speaking, for real estate is one of the most competitive real estate markets. There's no doubt about that.
But why? Because everyone wants to live out here.
Everyone wants to live out here, and the home prices are high, and there's plenty of demand and limited supply. So this story was really interesting because this group, they were some of the most dynamic people, really interesting people, great personalities. Like, if these are the types of people that if you speak to them at a barbecue, at the water cooler, just to meet them out on the town, you'll make a friend with them. You know, they had that level of charisma and charm. The problem is they were spending all their time chasing. So it was a lot of calls, a lot of emails, a lot of text messages.
And the chase personality is different than the presentation personality in terms of how you really are.
Right.
Because we're all a little different with the chase.
Yeah, there's something a little bit desperate about it. There's something a little bit unnatural. You know, is it required in sales? Yeah, of course. Everyone has to do a chase. Everyone has to cold call or door knock.
But that's the balance, though, between being able to do the chase in a way that is not leaving how you typically are and how you communicate, which is not an easy thing to do because you do want to get the sale, obviously. So yeah.
So I think this company and the leader of this company had a very future forward thinking where what if we spend more of our time creating simple videos and then just building relationships and getting people to actually call us back and then land meetings with them so that we could acquire more clients. Long story short, 6 months, over $10 million in new revenue for the firm based on this strategy, just by sending video emails.
Just by sending simple video emails. Yeah. Simple video emails that obviously showed their personality, right?
Yeah. So what do you think it was?
Well, for me, from everything you just described, you have dynamic salespeople, great personalities, right? What's the one thing they were missing? The other side being able to see those dynamic personalities. And I think that's the big thing. So by sending these simple video emails, what are they getting? They're getting the real version of how they are. They're not getting a hurried version. They're not getting a sped up version. They're not getting end of the day trying to close this thing out. What they're doing is they're recording videos very simply, speaking directly to their camera, which is in reality speaking directly to the people they're speaking to.
Like in that eye contact.
In that eye contact on their own terms, in their own tones. So it really is them. And I think that probably had a huge impact on why they did so well.
I think you're right. One of the most interesting lines that I heard was that we love the idea that sometimes the clients actually say, what an honor to be able to actually meet with you. And I think that's more, just to be very clear here, that's more than just sending a video email. That's like a whole holistic content strategy. You're doing YouTube videos, you've got social media videos, and you're a brand, you're a personality. And that
you're omni-channeled.
Yeah, you know, you're out there. And I think that, you know, they call it the parasocial relationship, where someone feels that prospect, that homeowner, they watch one or more of your videos via email or YouTube or social, and they feel like they know you. And that's a parasocial relationship. That's kind of like how we feel like we know Oprah Winfrey. We're like friends with her because we've seen her on TV so many times. We feel like we know her. Same phenomenon actually happens in sales when you do video. And that's an amazing thing, because that is the idea of the whole script is flipped. Now the person feels excited to be able to speak to you.
They're actually excited to respond.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, if you think about just the overview of what a video email really is you take a regular email and you have that link, the dreaded link, right?
You're saying in the body of the email?
In the body of an email, right? You're communicating with someone. Maybe for the first time, maybe it's a prospect. Maybe it's client comm after you've met someone. What kind of impression does that leave? You always want to be thinking personal and powerful, the two P's, personal and powerful. Because if I'm going to send you an email and I'm sending you a link and you have no idea where it goes, that immediately takes the trust away. Real estate's probably one of the biggest trust transactions in the world.
Well, it's the biggest transaction that we do in our lives,
right?
You know, and for many people, it's their first time doing the biggest transaction that they'll ever do.
So selecting that person is probably the most important thing.
It's trust. Trust is one of the biggest things that we're trying to solve here, and video actually does that. It's very interesting if you actually unpack the neuroscience of watching someone on video, being able to look into their eyes and feeling like you know them, because you can see what they look like, you can see where they work, you know, if they're including other things in the frame, like their car, their kids, their family, you feel like that's sort of the wall of trust has been broken down, and you can see past through it. And that's what's going to allow us to say, you know what, I'd love to meet with you. I'd love to meet you for coffee, or meet you at this property, or jump on a Zoom, whatever it's going to be. And by the way, I'm going to come pre-framed,
right,
to the point where I might expedite the whole decision on wanting to work with you.
And in fact, when they see that video, there might be something in those details that they notice that immediately puts you ahead of many of the other agents that are trying to get that listing or that property. They might have liked something about your delivery, maybe your smile, maybe that one particular little nugget of information that you gave in your video when you first sent it to them that really made a difference.
Well, I mean, I think my favorite example of this is if you're a homeowner and you have an expired listing, because the agent that you were working with, or for some reason you decided not to sell it. Either you couldn't sell it or you decided not to sell it, and then that listing gets expired in the MLS. What happens is that lead gets sold to real estate agents, which is, it's a viable way to go and find, listing clients. However, what's interesting is that all of the agents call or email or both that list. Mm-hmm. So in the first day or week, you get, as the homeowner, you get multiple calls and emails and text messages like, hey, I'm a real estate agent. I just wanted to see if I can help you. I noticed that your listing expired. And guess what percentage of those people are actually sending a video so they could literally present themselves and introduce themselves?
0.1%. I'll give it 0.1, but
I would say it's right now it's less than 1%.
Yeah, definitely way less than 1%.
And I think that why don't more real estate agents use video even though it's so effective? I'll ask you that. What do you think?
I think one of the biggest reasons, and we talk about this a lot, is education, letting them know that it's out there. A lot of the times there can be a big misconception on what sending video really means. Well, I send video, I send a YouTube link. Well, that technically is sending video, but it's not sending the most effective video. And the one thing we always talk about is actionable, trackable, actionable, trackable. And that's something we'll unpack as we go along here. But I think the biggest thing is once someone knows the power of video, when I say video, personal video, not a YouTube video, personal video, then they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes part of their flow.
Mm-hmm.
Because instead of making a call, I'm going to send a quick video.
Right.
Instead of
it's a replacement, right?
Instead of typing out an email, I'm going to send a quick video.
Well, I wrote some notes here on sort of how you get started with sending a video email. And for me, this is the most important list. Number one is, who are you sending these emails to? I always start, everyone knows that with real estate, you start with your sphere of influence. Chances are you've got an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV file or a CRM, a contact list of hundreds, if not thousands of contacts that are in your system that you've been in touch with at some point in the past. Those are the best people to go and send a re-engagement email. If you have the time, send them a personalized video, one-to-one, all of them, every single one.
And those are the easiest ones to do.
Yeah.
Because you know them, like you said.
Right. Yep. And if you're one of those really good CRM hygiene people that wrote down their birthday, wrote down the name of their dog, wrote down, what their kids are up to, you can actually build a really personalized video. And those videos, when they address the person in their life and their situation, what a connection it makes. Really? I mean, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a salesperson call you and be like, hey, Rob, how's your cat?
I'll say this. Having worked in the hotel field for a number of years, the higher end ones, Ritz-Carltons, things like that. One of the biggest things the higher end hotels really work on is guest services. And guest services doesn't mean just, hey, we know that you like this kind of room. We know that you like this side of the building. What it means is they know your kids' birthdays. They know when important events are coming up. They know the time that you had when you were here. And they always either leave notes or gifts in there or even references to your most important things. They know what kind of movies you like. They know what the concierge, what dinner place you set up before. So from a real estate perspective, knowing all those notes you just talked about, what a great way for re-engagement. When you first...
Well, I've got a story for you on Four Seasons.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, so see that black bag right there on the bottom shelf, on that bookshelf?
Yes.
Grab that real quick. This is a really great Four Seasons story. And this is a story on personalization.
This is Ritz-Carlton, actually.
Okay, so this is a Ritz-Carlton story.
Ritz-Carlton,
right up there in the same game.
Yep, there we go.
And the story with this is that when I stayed at this Ritz-Carlton, and at some point they called us and they had some introductory call and they said, what's your diet? What do you like to eat? Mm-hmm. And I just said, I like this, and I don't like this, and I don't like this. And sure enough, when I went there, that bag was filled with food that was completely personalized for me. And that's just a testament.
You like dark chocolate.
And of course, it's still filled with chocolate to this day.
There it is. It's great.
So
I'm just going to put this bag over on my side over here.
Yeah, enjoy. But, there's something to be said about knowing your clients, writing those notes down about them, and then when you communicate with them, hopefully in a video email, you address those things so they feel like you legitimately know them.
Legitimately, not you heard it somewhere before. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let's do a quick video on how to send a video email.
Right.
Okay?
And folks, simple video email. This is just record a video, send it to your sphere of influence. One of the most powerful things you can do.
Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen here, and I'm going to quickly show how easy it is to send a video email. So let's just set the stage here. We've got our hot 10 prospects. They're sort of lukewarm at the moment. They haven't really been engaging with us. Maybe they're in touch with other agents, maybe they're not. And we really want to get them over the finish line to basically commit to us, to commit to working with us, either to selling their home or to helping to find the home of their dreams, okay?
And this is ringing their bell. This is bringing them back around. This is reminding them. Yep.
So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an email here that's called Market Update. And I'm going to say, hi, Rob. I recorded this quick screen video of the market update in Beverly Hills, California.
And the important reminder here, as Ruben's doing this, everybody, we always want to have the word video in the subject line. So we feel that parentheses, video, parentheses really helps with the open rates, right? Ruben, what was the percentage it helps with, percentage-wise?
I've seen data that shows us that if you include the word video in your subject line, you can just increase your open rates by 30 to 50%. And the reason why that's the case is because people are super curious.
Right.
Oh, there's a video. I want to watch a video. Because how many videos do you get sent?
Very few. And even the ones that are sending YouTube videos, are they putting video in the subject line? I doubt it. And the key to this too is, and this is something that Darius, with Dubb speaks highly to. And you know about this, Ruben, is the whole got to have text in the body of the email before you have the video in there because it helps with deliverability, right? Doesn't have to be a book. Remember, you're sending videos. You want to have, you can write a couple sentences there, but just get to the point. Have them know that there's a video below there that they've got to watch. And that's really what it's about, because just by sending the video, you want the video to do most of the talking. So you don't want to write a book inside the compose window.
Okay, so here's a really good example of what this looks like. So in this case, what I'm going to use is right now I'm actually using the Dubb Chrome extension, which is this little button right here. If you go to dubb.com/Chrome, you can go and grab this Chrome extension for absolutely free. And what it's going to do is it's going to power up your CRM, Gmail, Outlook. It's going to basically allow you to send video messages in any of those channels. So now that this is installed, all I have to do is click this button right here, select screen, select my screen right here. In this case, I'm going to select the Beverly Hills housing market. I'm going to share it. I get landed on this page here. And then what I can do is I can record a really quick video that just kind of shows what this whole thing looks like. So take a look at this. This is the housing market update. The median sales price in Beverly Hills is $3.7 million. This is so interesting. The median days on market in Beverly Hills is 88 days. It's very interesting.
Wow.
And here is the, here's sort of a chart. So, you're the expert. You have to build the story, the narrative as to why you want to recommend them to do the thing that they want to do, which is to sell their home, to buy a home in this particular area. There's a lot of factors, and that is your expertise.
And you're walking them through it.
Yeah.
You're literally with them while they're viewing this page.
So once you've completed this video and you're done saying what you want to say, click stop sharing. And then sure enough, here's your video right here.
There it is.
You upload it in just a couple of seconds. Title it. Save it. Click one button, and then boom. Now, you love animated GIFs.
I do. I do.
So I am actually going to email you this video right now.
Thank you.
So if you go to your phone, you can actually receive it. And then what I'm going to show is how I can actually track what you did to this video email. So I'm in real time, I'm going to know if you clicked on it, here's the asset that I just recorded. And then sure enough, in the activity reporting, this area right here is going to populate with all the information that I need.
Look at that GIF. I just saw it, Ruben. Look at this. Hold on, let me watch
Oh,
this
let me actually give you a screenshot of that. This is in my sent folder. So take a look at this. This is an animated GIF. If you notice here, there's actually a moving mouse. So this is actually the first 3 seconds of the video.
Yep, that repeating loop.
Yeah, it's just a 3-second loop of the beginning of the video. And that way it gives a little bit of animation.
Yep. The most important thing is about the GIFs that we always talk about is you want to give context. When you're sending someone a video, and in particular, in this case, a market update, but when they see that nice repeating loop of yourself on the page, on the actual market update page that repeats itself. That's why we always say maybe a little wave, a little point to the title, or maybe what's going on there. It could be a little advance, but always a nice smile. And then when they see that repeating, they're going to know right away, this is about the market. I know it's from Ruben. He's that agent that got in touch with me, and oh, this is really great. He's sending me this. It's got a nice title to it. It has video in the subject line. You increase the click-through rates. The more interesting the GIF is, right, Ruben? I mean, the more context you can bring.
I always think about the first 3 seconds of the video.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Anytime you create a video, you always want to have a landing page. In this case, this landing page got created instantly. So on this page, we have the video, which you can play right here. But then we also have calendar integration. You can actually book a time in my calendar directly here. So imagine sending this screen video to one of your prospects saying, I know you're interested in selling your home in Beverly Hills. Here's an update. Imagine if they watch this video and they got excited and they say, I am ready to go sell my home the way that you are selling me.
Right.
Imagine if they said that. And then imagine, of course, if they click on this button, they book a time in your calendar, you're meeting with them tomorrow, 2 p.m. at Spago. You're going to close the deal. Let's go.
It's so convenient. It's branded. It's right there. They can take an immediate action. And that's the one, and we'll dive into this into a later video, but the one thing we always tell everyone, when you make a video, always tell someone what to do after the video. What do you want them to do? The call to action. The
Click
CTA,
on the button below.
Physically point down, name the button. Those are the biggest things you can do. Don't leave it open to interpretation like the end of a movie. You know the ending of the film. It's book a time. Or it's check out more listings, whatever you'd like them to do.
And then take a look at this. This is actually my favorite part. This is the real-time activity reporting. I can see that you opened the email.
Yep.
I can see that you clicked on it. I can see that you watched the video, what percentage of the video that you watched. Thank you for watching 100%.
You're welcome.
And then I can see that you clicked on the call to action below. So I know that you're interested. So think about that list of 10 people that you sent this video to. Now, what's interesting about this is you find the people that are most interested. So you have 100 people or 1,000 people on your list. 5 of them are going to do this.
Yep.
Get on the phone.
Also, too, it enables you to take a what action, Ruben? A very
personalized, specific,
smart
action.
Or from Boston, smart. We take a smart action back there. So the whole point is, everyone always says bring value in sales when you follow up, especially when you follow up. Well, there's no more value than saying, Ruben, thank you so much for, in a follow-up video, Ruben, thank you so much for watching that video. I know you saw 75% of the video, which is great. You learned about the backyard, the front of the home, all the stuff. But let me talk to you a little bit about the backside that you missed. It's so important. So you're able to immediately meet them where they are, because that's what they've seen. You've acknowledged it, and then you brought more information on top of it for the part that they didn't see, which is great.
Nice. And, the sky's the limit in terms of what you can record.
Right. But this is very much like the example Ruben just gave is one of the most workable examples out there. It's information. It's a market update. Everyone wants those. It's just sending it in a very interesting and engaging way that will bring your prospects around.
Yeah.
And that's just one example. We're going to do a lot of videos about this in future videos where different kinds of recordings, different kinds of settings, different kinds of real estate specific strategies. So definitely check out more of the videos we're going to be creating, because they're going to be for you.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel and leave us a comment. Let us know what you want us to record next time. What else, Robbie? What else you got?
And if you have other strategies, share them here. We'd love to hear from you. Love to know what's working for you, what isn't working for you, how can we help? Because we know that you know real estate and we know video. And we've really, really helped a lot of professionals show more of who they are, which is what you really want at the end of the day in sales. So thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you at the next video.